What's up, homies? Am I hungry? A tiny bit. I have some soup. Look, let's see what else we got. All right, wait till you see our snack of the day. It is a wonderful piece of. Can you see that? It's gonna be incredible. So let's get this into us. Fresh sheets, fresh bed. We're gonna eat in the bed. I never get comments about it. I would never eat in the bed, but I'm getting sleep streams. I eat, and it makes me a lot of money. Mukbanging in my bed, right? I'm gonna grab the remote. I'm gonna start up the show today. I'm gonna tell you all about some new opportunities for giveaways and things like that. We're gonna talk about people who, yo, what's going on? Honey Gold Vlog. I've never seen you before. Tamsack. Honey Gold Vlog. Hi, how are you? I didn't even know you were there. I can see your messages now, Honey Gold Vlog. How are you doing today? Oh, if you want to share this with the community tab on YouTube, I will make sure I come check out your channel today. I'll get a message saying that you shared my video, and I'll come drop some. I'll leave some comments on your thing so you know I stopped by, and I'll check out some of your content. All right, everybody today that puts me on their community tab on YouTube and shares me out throughout the internet will get at least 2 comments from me today, because I'll go as soon as I see you commented after on my video, like, you know, after it drops and says, hey, you know, I shared your video for you, put it out there. You gotta come check out my stuff. Sharing is caring, right? Like, if you share mine, I'll probably share yours, you know? And I highly doubt you have any type of social media platforms like I do. I'm a really hot dude with, well, I got sexy feet, a great ass. I'm probably sitting on $2 to $3 million, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Cash, like I have liquidated 15 million, probably 12 to 15 million. I'm by far the most. I'm the richest live streamer in Canada, fucking by far, bro, by far. So try and keep that under wraps. I don't want anyone thinking they're getting a kick-ass super chat from me anymore. I highly doubt that's happening. To the women of the channel, you will get a few super chats here and there, because women get paid less in the world, you know, and they do the same jobs as men and usually get paid less, right? Of course, there's jobs men get paid more, and men, you know, are working pretty hard at some of these jobs. You get a good boatload of cash. But the majority of men that work with computers, that push pencils across a desk, you make more money than women. So to all the goobers and the giblets out there pushing pencils and passing work off to women, oh, I know you do it. My mom worked in a corporation for a long time, and she was the hardest working employee, manager, some kind of manager job she had for decades. My mom had. And my mom used to tell off dudes. My mom used to tell off dudes that didn't work hard enough. My mom's a boss. But when my mom came home at the end of the day, she knew she was safe. She was with the meanest, absolutely by far the most dangerous Viking in Canada, by far. And everyone she worked with knew that. They could never even fathom. What? This was $2. Oh my god. It was like $2.50 or $2.79. Oh wow. I'll have to get my wife to try this. It's like a flaky imperial cookie. It's got all these it's like a puff pastry, but it tastes like a cinnamon bun and a imperial cookie in one. I hope everyone in Chatland is having a great day today. I'm a supreme hottie. I'll be doing a sleep stream, gaming show. I mean, hey, yo. I say, yo. I said, yo. Don't do it. Wow. Oh, damn, there's so many flavors going on here. Mmm. Mmm. Well, I can't figure out how to put that away. Oh, my GMs. Mmm. Now I'm being straight up with you. I gotta call the bakery today and let them know. I just figured out what it tastes like. I'm not kidding. I think this is a play on a Pop-Tart. Now, don't get me wrong. Pop-Tarts blow. Wow. Oh. I didn't eat it all. I saved a crumb. I was like a good slice left. A piece. I'm not sure I'm giving it away. I highly doubt it. She has her own thing. She didn't want that. She wanted some with blueberries in it, so that's what she got. I gave her a thing. I took strawberry or raspberry. I'm not sure what it is. It didn't really have. If it did, I don't remember what it said. I've been busy. got stuff to do today. Oh. You can come snuggle me? You love snuggling. Come, I love snuggling too. Come snuggle me. Oh, so snuggly. Have it. Oh, your paw got caught. Yeah. He says, last night when I was petting you so much, you tried to attack me. And I'm like, okay, petting is over. Oh, new season of the dystopian Black Mirror on Netflix coming June 6th, I think it said. What a good boy. We were watching something called Silo last night. I think it was on Netflix. Pretty good. I fell asleep, but not last night, but like 7 o'clock at night or something. 8 o'clock, I fell asleep. No, I don't even know what time I fell asleep. Anyway, we watched Silo yesterday. Okay. And I saw this Murdaugh Mysteries. I was watching that with my wife. She doesn't remember. Or the Murdaugh Murders, a Southern Scandal. Man, that's just greasy. Reminds me of like Imperials. Reminds me of like Imperials, how they, they shut down everything and they don't want you talking. They won't let you go to the press. The press shuts down. Like we live in a world where it's just run for them, eh? Everything in that's for public use is not important. Everything for private use is very, very guarded from the public. There's no public knowledge that can get you anywhere. You can't make it rich. You can't get rich off public knowledge. How do you think the private sector stays so wealthy? And so few, right? They don't want what's called they want a monopoly. They don't want to have competition because competition only drives down prices. I like the show October Faction. Out of all these here, I think October Faction was really sexy. Blood magic. I liked Lock and Key, but it kind of lost me. Like there was too many keys. Warrior Nun. Let's see this. There's nothing wrong with having a woman who is, like a fighter or like a fierce role. Oh, she's starting to get a little cooler really quickly. She's got magic powers in her hands. What's she gonna do? Walk on water? She's gonna walk on water. I called it. That's like you're just running. Just because you're running across water, like, and plus, not to mention, you used magic to do it. So, like, really, you're just running across the ground, whether it's water or not. Jupiter's Legacy, they had something. They just went off into the desert with it. They did not keep this superhero y enough, and they wanted to add in a bunch of storyline about old times. I'll tell you this right now, old times never existed. They are fast tracking humanity in 150 years or less each time they reset it. It's the same way you play SimCity. It's so out there, you'll not you most simple minds aren't going to believe it. Plus, like, look at how sheltered you live. Your daily life involves a couch and a mirror. I guess you can't grasp and fathom anything I've said today. How many walks have you been on in the last 6 years? Just quickly say none. Nature is all around you to prove to you what I've just said. Buildings are around you right now that prove to you exactly what I just said. There are no buildings older than 150 years in Canada. No buildings. Whatever buildings are, were not created by this civilization. And you can simply see that because of the architecture change. But again, you're too sheltered to fathom that. We build with wood, not with huge stone blocks like this. And if you look at Winnipeg 160 years ago, oh my God, they were horse and buggying it. Modern day equipment of the highest, most expensive standard in the world is needed in Canada today to build the buildings that they built then. Here's the kicker: you could not build any of those buildings all at once. One building every 15 years, period. But again, all you brainiacs out there think you understand stone, go try working with stone and see how stone moves in Winnipeg. Those buildings are built with such perfection. There isn't even a millimeter of movement after however long they say those buildings are old. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. No movement, but you go look at any building built in the last 50 years, all of the foundations are fucked in Winnipeg, except for the old buildings. But why? Because the architects that were from that time were not dummied down like this Civ was. They were free. They had They had free energy, which is what the tops of all churches. Those steeples are energy. Those are you know what a lightning rod is barely because you saw a movie in the 80s with it. They don't talk about that stuff now, harnessing and directing energy, ley lines, mana. It comes from the sky. Tesla proved this, what, 100 and some years ago, 97 years ago, 300 years ago, whenever Tesla lived. Point of this story is that free energy was in existence then, but they stopped it because they couldn't put a meter on free energy. It's free. It flows from the air. Tesla, as soon as Tesla found out they wanted to put meters on your side of everybody's house they lived in, Tesla was not into this. Tesla said the point of this was to have everyone have free energy. So the reason that our world is so polluted with oil and gas and smog and pollution, you look at Fraser River,
A lot of places in the United States of America, from Michigan all the way to the other side of to Arizona and New Mexico, are heavily polluted. Texas is heavily polluted. So if we had the free energy, there would be zero pollution because we wouldn't be using oil and gas, diesel, transmission oil. Like maybe you'd be using some transmission oil. I'm not a car specialist, but I'll tell you this: an electric car needs a lot less. Uh, you can't drink gasoline. Neither can the environment. So gasoline is a horrible way to run a vehicle. And anybody with the smallest dick and the tiniest brain could figure that out. Don't get on some bandwagon that the old men in the oil industry started with. Oh, the batteries, where are the batteries gonna go? Fuck, the battery is this big. You need this much gas every Friday for the rest of your life. Every Friday, you need this much gasoline. Go have a bath in gasoline and let me know how you're doing. Because you can't. It's toxic. So think about it. You have a battery this big that you sit on for however long you have your car, or you're surrounded by this much gasoline every Friday. I'll take the battery any fucking day. And peons wouldn't even know what to do with the solar battery on. Like if you had solar on your car, now that's more up Tesla's alley, what he was going for with the free energy style, with the collection of it. They call them it's not even a natural resource, it's a renewable energy source. Renewable being it doesn't run out, it's always going to be consistently there. Wind, water, and solar are renewable energy sources that can properly, and then also you have hydrogen. So hydrogen combustion car, however they word that, steam powered locomotives weren't doing too good because they couldn't make money off the coal, right? So you have coal, which is the worst of all the energy sources we have. Coal is the most toxic in the world. It burns. To make energy out of coal, you have to have pure black fumes, smog coming out of your stacks. So, and then it goes like diesel, gas, propane, natural gas, these types of things, and then it's electric. Is like I don't know how electric kind of falls into there. I guess it's because of the waste from it, like the pack, like the lithium ion battery pack. But I guess that's like the worst is this. You're left with these cells, right? You're left with this pack of cells. But I've read you can recharge them to a minimum of 75 or 85% after they've been depleted. So I mean, it depends on what you read and who, the perception, and also it depends on the article you read. It depends on the narrative, the directive, right? The way they're trying to take the story. Quick example of this is you can search on Google why this keyword or this key sentence, this key phrase, why does gasoline give me bumps on my arm, right? And or you could type, does gasoline give me bumps on my arm? Or you could type, how come gasoline doesn't give me bumps on my arm? For each way, for the top, the 1 and 3, it'll give you reasons for, because you typed, why does gasoline give you bumps? It'll answer your question as best it can for what it can pull off the net that it found, right? Now, some people might say, well, all three of those can't be right, right? Well, the middle one's a question that the top and bottom are both like you're assuming, or you're telling it like you're telling it like you see it, right? But it may not be exactly how it is. It's just how you think it is. And so when you word a question to Google, you have to ask it the most general way you can. You do not specify that you think it's this way. You have to say, is Florida full of water? Is there tons of water in Florida? And it'll come back and say, oh, yeah, there's 17,000 lakes in Florida, right? And then it'll be like, okay, so there's 17,000 lakes in Florida. But if you say there's 3,000 lakes in Florida, it'll probably come back and pull, there are 3,000 lakes in Florida. Here are these 3,000 lakes. So it's weird that you can find information like that, but that's because there's dolts all over the world that will type stuff in that makes no sense, right? Just like you have family members who will be at a Christmas party completely yelling nonsense out loud in front of like all the elders, right? All the other people, and they're talking about either like some stupid shit, right? In my family, that doesn't happen. It has never happened. But in other people's families, it happens. My family's not better. We control with proper. I don't know how to really word it, but I wouldn't even dare try and do what I've seen other people do at a Christmas thing. I wouldn't even dare. And it's an embarrassment to even think that people are cowards. People won't even stand up to their own family, let alone someone who is a stranger, you know, being mean to their family. Like that's the type of cowards most of you are, right? Not everyone, but there are a ton of you that are cowards. If you weren't cowards, you wouldn't have been put in a position that was harmful to your health over 3 years ago, right? But cowards chose to tuck tail and obey, which is, they now have you on a list saying that they can control you with fear, right? They lied to you and you fell for it, right? These are the things that they have on paper about your specific person, right? And there's no way you can ever get your name taken off. You fell for it, right? You're weak. So people that they gave up their freedoms in order to travel. Again, super like the dumbest and the weakest of people, right? And it's sad, man. It's so sad. I think one day you'll truly see when it's far too late. You'll truly see the mistakes you've made with regard to what I spoke about happened over the last 3 years there. If you think it's over, you're so wrong. You don't know what was in there, right? So I'm telling you, I've seen people decaying, literally decaying from what was in there. So it wasn't meant for everybody, but it destroyed a lot of people a lot sooner than it would have. Then they would have been destroyed. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love making shows on YouTube for people to watch and enjoy. I love doing chill lounges. I like doing the sleep stream thing here. I honestly don't mind it. It pays good, and well, I make a lot of money on YouTube, but if I was to make like $4 million this year and next year on YouTube, I would probably dedicate my life uh, to YouTube. Uh, some sort of way I want to give back, create something for a younger generation to help them understand that YouTube is the future of our population, and not to kind of don't don't
Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't sit in a chair. Don't sit on your mom's couch that you got from your great uncle, you know, 30-year-old couch. Don't sit there and hate and be as bad as the government, right? You got to make sure you're acting not a fool. And if you see somebody and they're holding up a microphone like this and they're talking like this on YouTube, what? They just love penises close to their chins. That's what they can't show you a penis because they'll get their live stream taken down. But anybody holding a microphone close to their penis like this, they love penis by their face, eh? I don't even have a microphone that works. Let alone, I mean, I have a brand new one. I haven't even plugged it in, and I don't even know if it works. I'm thinking it works. It came out of the box new. It was $179, and it's a microphone, but I haven't even used it. Now that I think about that, I'm gonna sell it for $50, brand new. But these types of people that exist on YouTube are here to dumb you down worse than a short video. When you're like, some people, I can't believe some people say how much, like, I don't know how I came across this, but it was like a 1 second blurb. And some guy goes, I grow 2 pounds in a 2x2. Do you know how much 2 pounds is? Does anyone raise your hand if you know what 2 pounds is? 32 zips. And you pulled that out of a 2x2? Bro. You're pulling 900 off 100 watts, or you're pulling, 350 off of you're pulling three, like, it's just insane what you're pulling. Like, that's not a number. Like, what you're saying is a lie, and it's dumb, right? Like, there is nobody that grows like me, first of all. Second of all, when I take a video of what I grow, it's gonna make everything that was been grown before look like horse shit. I got nugs that are purple, and I would say from here past this, just solid bud right now. And it's like, it makes me want to show it so bad, but at the same time, I don't want to reveal. You'll get a chance to see some style and stuff, and I don't want to. I'm not here to help those people. There's a lot of people here I regret helping. You still can't. You're still baffled by even, like, nitrogen baffles you, but I could never aid somebody who I knew had no heart ever again. Ever again. And there's things, people with no heart don't get help, they get hurt. So just be clear about that. If you're a good person, I'll give you a hand, Not really with your grow anymore. I just get, when I look at how spindly people's grows are, or like their plants don't go past their knees, and they're like, "Yo, I'm a master grower," and their plants don't go past their knees, fully ready to harvest right now, and they're like 3.5 feet tall, fluffy, puffy, little airy, little fucking pom poms of, like, there is like 7 crystals on there. I'm like, you grow bunk. My buds are so silver, like you can see it from space that there's frost on my buds. And you get all these people just shouting out one variety. I have 66 varieties that are all covered in frost. Everything in the room, or the rooms.
and it's hilarious, you know. So I don't know. I come on here. I want to have a good time all the time when I come on, but I cringe. You know, I cringe when I see some of the people that have like these horrible grows, and they got people in the chat trying to learn from them, and then they're giving advice. You know, you not only can you not harvest or crop out outdoors, but the biggest plant you've ever harvested is like pathetic, right? Pathetic. I grow indoors as big as I grow outdoors. It's just a bit frostier usually on the indoors, not always, most of the time. But I've had some ridiculous plants that I can't mimic the size of outdoors, but the frost can be maybe a hair or 5 hairs less frost, but still, it's stupid how good it is, right? And not only that, you can't tell which is which. Like if you look at them, like 99% of people are like, oh yeah, you just tell by this and this. I'm like, not with. I could just name like 6 varieties. I'm like, no, you could never. And in fact I've done it. I've been like, oh yeah, this is indoor, and it's clearly outdoor. Like, I mean, clearly, because I mean I grew it and I know what's what, but not that I could pick them apart myself. And I've been doing this for 30 some years, you know, way more than 30 years. I just realized, but let's just leave it there. I am a more than 30-year vet to what I do. Are you? Quickly say no. And if you think you are, your daily life consisted of like 1G, some other dude. You ran like 50 blocks away to get a G. Bro, I've never in 30 years been in your position. Never. So be clear when I say like you think you've been around something for 30 years. I literally been growing for 30 years. So like, yeah, go bud. There's no comparison, you know. No comparison. You guys lucked out when you got a chance to hear from me, but it's the level of disrespect that I got early on. Not early on. It came way later after all the jealousy came out. And you guys saw 9, 12-foot plants full of bud indoors. Still never seen anything like that before on YouTube. And that was 2018, bud. Good job, guys. Good job on you. So, I mean, I get a few people out there I got to come visit and shake hands with. You did okay and stuff. And grab some of your beaneries off you and head out. And then I got others. I'm just gonna go take it all from you. I'm pretty sure. Not even gonna see it coming though. See, normally we would just what we would do is we would try and find a nice lady for you to hang out with or something. Of course, that's not happening. Like, no one will ever go near these troll fucks that I visit. But, you got a couple packages from a few people, It's pretty kind of them, right? Whatever was inside was kind of tampered with in a joke, but hey, how you doing? But now we've got some info now, don't we? So that's how it goes. The desperate and the greedy will always give up their locale. Always. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you really hate someone, if I really hate someone, it doesn't take me very long to figure out any of their info. But I'd rather not pay money. Got some treats? Here, Riggs. All right. Next. And I'm going to be sending my mom to Mexico, actually. I'm paying for my mom's trip to Mexico. So if anybody wants to help with my mom's flight or hotel accommodations, it's going on a card. I'm going to start crying, but I'm not going to start crying. I'm trying not to. So if you want to, super chat $1, I'll throw your name on a card. If you super chat $5, I'll put your name a little bigger on the card, and then if you super chat 10 or 20 or $50 towards my mom, my 73-year-old mom's vacation, then and I'll be I can show you I don't know if you print them off or what, but I mean, if you guys, if anyone thinks I ain't going on a trip to Mexico or wherever she'll probably go to Mexico unless she comes to Vegas with us, and maybe we pay for her trip to Vegas. I don't really want to take my mom to Vegas, but my mom loves diving and stuff. I don't want her to go to a casino. Although I do want her to see where her parents love to go. I don't think my mom would go there herself. Like, no, but my mom wouldn't travel by herself there. My mom travels by herself to Mexico. She stays at like Airbnbs and stuff like that for a month or two. Rents a condo. She goes for 3 or 4 months at a time. She gets her visa extended or whatever. I'm not paying for all that. I'm paying for like the flight and a week hotel or something. I don't really know what I'm paying for yet, but something like that. Who knows what I'm paying for? If we start getting some super chats that are worth something, and people are like, hey, super chat your mom or give this to your mom for her trip, I'm gonna make a write up that says all donations go towards my mother for a couple months. This is a good movie. I think I might watch this one. Fucking Jamie Foxx. He pulls out a woman's snuggie and just takes off. Yo, what's up? You saw her? You saw her, you're weird, bud. Hi, Eva Portes. Nice seeing you. Honey Gold in the house. Thanks for moderating the chat, guys. Ladies. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.